Chapter 9. Arnold, could you move your poster over? Dorothy Ann asked. It's crowding mine. We were back in our classroom, and everything was back to normal. Miss Frizzle had decided we should do reports on Antarctica before going back to our bird projects. So the whole room was filled with pictures and posters about our trip. But the main attraction was just coming in. Dorothy Ann, Arnold, Keisha, Carlos, Wanda, Ralphie, Tim, and I had all worked on it. It would be a surprise for Miss Frizzle. Stand back, Carlos ordered as they brought it into the room. We're coming through. Tim, Carlos, and Wanda carried a big tray into the room. Something about 2 feet tall was standing on it, covered by a cloth. They set the tray down on a table. Phoebe, Carlos called out, "Are you ready?" I nodded and walked over to pick up the edge of the cloth. Then I whisked it off. Underneath was a life-size Adelie penguin carved from ice. "Cool," Keisha said. "Not cool," Carlos said with a laugh. "Cold, really, really cold." Carlos was right. I know we had taken the coolest field trip ever. Penguins and more penguins. There are 17 species of penguins in all. 4 of these species live in Antarctica, but many other species live all over the world. Rockhopper penguins by Carlos. Rockhopper penguins have a bright crest on top of their heads. They breed in warmer subantarctic regions away from pack ice. Size: rockhoppers weigh 6 pounds and stand 21 inches tall. Fun fact: rockhoppers live on rocky islands where they jump from stone to stone, which is how they get their name. Galapagos penguins by Keisha. Galapagos penguins live in the Galapagos Islands. Because these islands are located at the equator, the waters are warm. Not all penguins live in cold climates. Galapagos penguins have 2 bands of brown feathers on their faces, and their bills are slender. Size: they weigh 5 pounds and are 1.5 feet tall. Fun fact: Galapagos penguins do not migrate. African penguins by Ralphie. Did you ever think a penguin could live in Africa? Well, they do. African penguins live on islands off the southwestern coast of Africa. They are also called black-footed penguins. Unfortunately, they are now endangered. Size: they are 7 pounds and 18 inches tall. Fun fact: these penguins are somewhat mysterious. They are the least studied species. Macaroni penguins by D.A. Macaroni penguins live along islands south of Antarctica called the Scotia Arctic, but they also live in Prince Edward Island, which is off the eastern coast of Canada. Size: macaronis weigh 10 pounds and are a little over 2 feet tall. Fun fact: they have funny hair. Macaroni penguins are known for their black faces and the orange-yellow crests that create a band across their foreheads. Little blue penguins by Tim. Little blue penguins live off the coast of Australia and New Zealand, as their name suggests. Their gray feathers look more blue in sunlight. Size: little blue penguins are only 2 pounds and 10 inches tall. Fun fact: little blue penguins live in sandy burrows at night and go to the ocean during the day. In Australia, there is an annual penguin parade where tourists set up lights and watch the penguins return to their homes at dusk. Gentoo Penguins by Wanda. Gentoo penguins are the most far-ranging penguin species. Gentoos have a wide white stripe across the top of their heads that looks like a bonnet. Gentoos make circular nests out of stones, and the parents take turns sitting on the eggs. When the youngsters are about 3/4 grown, they join other young penguins in large groups to look after themselves. Size: Gentoos are 13 pounds and 32 inches tall. Fun fact: some Gentoos have bright red eyes.